Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Clayton Kershaw, one of the most iconic pitchers in modern baseball history, just dropped a bombshell that's shaking the baseball world, especially among Los Angeles Dodgers fans. After officially announcing his departure from the team, Kershaw didn't hold back in an emotional and surprisingly raw interview that revealed more than anyone expected. The legendary left-hander, known for his composure and professionalism, hinted that his exit wasn't just about age, injuries, or the usual end-of-contract stuff. No, this was something deeper. He talked about tension in the clubhouse, a disconnect between veterans and newer players, and even suggested that certain members of the coaching staff had lost the room. According to Kershaw, the vibe around the Dodgers in his final season felt different, colder, more corporate, and less like the tight-knit brotherhood that once defined their championship runs. He said he no longer felt the same sense of trust or mutual respect that had always been the team's hallmark. For fans who have watched him wear Dodger blue for over a decade, these words hit hard. Kershaw didn't name names, but he didn't need to. His tone said it all. Something is seriously off inside that clubhouse. And that's where the rumors start swirling. Some insiders claim Kershaw's frustration came to a head late in the season, after a series of disagreements with management about how he was being used. Apparently, he wanted to rest and manage his workload carefully after returning from injury, but certain staff members pushed him to pitch through discomfort for the sake of playoff positioning. That decision, according to people close to the team, caused major friction between Kershaw and the front office. He reportedly felt disrespected, like his years of service and dedication were being overlooked in favor of analytics and cold calculations. One anonymous teammate supposedly said that Kershaw was angrier than we've ever seen him, which says a lot considering his calm reputation. The Dodgers organization, meanwhile, has stayed quiet. No statements, no denials, nothing. And that silence? It's making fans even more suspicious. If there really is turmoil behind the scenes, Kershaw's exit might just be the first domino to fall in a much bigger story about leadership cracks and egos clashing in Los Angeles. People inside the Dodgers locker room are whispering that the tension wasn't just about Kershaw's playing time. It ran deeper to the team's entire culture. After years of being seen as one of baseball's most tightly run ships, it seems cracks are starting to appear. According to one former staffer, the vibe this season was toxic at times. Younger players, especially those brought up from the minors, felt intimidated and unsupported, while veterans like Kershaw felt their voices didn't carry the same weight anymore. Decisions were being made by executives with tablets and data sheets, not by the guys who had actually been on the field. One story making the rounds says Kershaw tried to address these cultural issues during a team meeting, urging unity and communication, but it fell flat. Some players nodded, others rolled their eyes, and a few reportedly left the room early. That's not the Dodgers we're used to hearing about. It's no wonder Kershaw chose to walk away, not because his arm gave out, but because the heart of the team might have. Now, fans are divided. Some are heartbroken, believing the Dodgers have lost more than just a pitcher. They've lost their soul. Others think Kershaw might be exaggerating, letting emotions cloud his judgment after a tough season. But here's the thing. When someone like Kershaw speaks, you listen. This is a guy who gave everything to the franchise, through triumphs and heartbreaks, through Cy Young awards and postseason disappointments. He's seen the inside of that clubhouse like no one else. If he says something's wrong, there probably is. His departure might also explain the Dodgers' unusually quiet offseason move so far. Could it be that management is scrambling to fix internal issues before pursuing big-name free agents? Or are they simply hoping the storm will pass, that fans will forget and move on? Whatever the truth is, it's clear that the Dodgers' once pristine image is taking a hit. And Kershaw's words might be the spark that lights a much bigger fire within the organization. What really stands out in Kershaw's comments is the emotional weight behind them. He didn't sound bitter. He sounded disappointed, almost heartbroken. In one moment, he even said, "I just didn't recognize the place anymore." That single line has haunted fans ever since. Imagine dedicating your entire career to one franchise, giving it everything, and then realizing that somewhere along the way, the soul of that team changed. That's what Kershaw seems to be expressing. He mentioned missing the family feeling that once defined the Dodgers, implying that business decisions and internal politics have taken over. Some speculate this shift began after their World Series win, when success brought not unity, but pressure and ego. A few former Dodgers players who left in recent years have quietly echoed similar sentiments, describing a growing disconnect between players and leadership. Kershaw's revelation might just confirm what many suspected, that beneath the Dodgers' glossy image and constant competitiveness, something human has been lost, the love of the game itself. Even as Kershaw walks away, his shadow looms large over Los Angeles. His words are already forcing the organization to face uncomfortable truths. Fans are demanding transparency, reporters are digging for details, and current players are being put on the spot in interviews. The story's only growing bigger by the day. Some wonder if Kershaw might eventually write a tell-all or give a long-form interview revealing everything that happened behind closed doors. If he does, it could send shockwaves through Major League Baseball. The Dodgers built their modern empire on stability, discipline, and loyalty, values Kershaw embodied. But if that empire has been compromised by ego and corporate thinking, his departure could mark the end of an era. The question now is, who's next? Will other veterans speak out? Or will the organization quietly rebuild its culture behind the scenes? Either way, one thing's for sure. The Dodgers dynasty might not be as invincible as it once seemed, and Kershaw's honesty might be the first crack in the facade. There's an eerie silence coming out of Los Angeles right now, as if everyone within the Dodgers organization is waiting for the dust to settle after Kershaw's bombshell. The front office hasn't issued any formal response, and that's fueling even more speculation. Some insiders claim that executives are furious, not necessarily about what Kershaw said, but about how his comments have exposed long-simmering problems. The team has always prided itself on control of narratives, of player development, of image. But now, that control seems to be slipping. Reporters are circling, looking for any current or former player willing to go on record. Apparently, a few have already hinted that they understand where Kershaw is coming from, which only adds to the sense that he's not alone in feeling alienated. One scout described the mood around the organization as tense but defensive, with some trying to downplay the drama, while others quietly admit there's truth to what he said. Whatever happens next, it's clear that Kershaw's words have pierced through the Dodgers' carefully maintained public image, and that might change how the entire baseball world views them moving forward. Behind the scenes, the drama might be even worse than anyone realizes. Sources close to the Dodgers say that Kershaw's final weeks with the team were filled with awkward silences, passive-aggressive exchanges, and a growing sense that his time was running out. There were rumors that certain younger pitchers, backed by analytics staff, were being prioritized for key starts, something that didn't sit well with the veterans. Kershaw, who has always respected the science behind the game, reportedly felt that the human element, leadership, chemistry, and experience, was being thrown out the window. One insider even said that he confronted a member of the coaching staff after a closed-door meeting, frustrated by how communication had broken down. These tensions weren't just professional, they were personal. Teammates noticed his demeanor shift, his usual calm replaced by quiet frustration. When the season ended and he packed his locker, a few players said it felt like the end of an era. And now, in hindsight, those final days make perfect sense. The writing was on the wall long before the announcement ever hit the headlines. Fans, of course, are in full detective mode. Social media is flooded with theories, from conspiracy-level claims about player feuds to more grounded talk about front office politics. Some believe the friction started when the Dodgers tried to limit Kershaw's role, possibly preparing for life after him. Others think the team's relentless pursuit of perfection, constant data analysis, roster churn, and media control created a sterile environment where veterans felt disposable. One viral post even suggested that Kershaw's revelation might push other players, like Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, to speak up about internal dissatisfaction. The craziest part is that nobody from the team is denying any of it. Usually, the Dodgers are quick to issue calm, professional statements to cool things down. But this time, there's radio silence. And in today's media landscape, silence speaks volumes. It makes fans think there's fire behind the smoke, that the bad vibe Kershaw mentioned isn't just a matter of interpretation. It's a symptom of a deeper identity crisis brewing in Los Angeles. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Even rival players are starting to weigh in. A few have subtly hinted that they've heard things about how tense the Dodgers clubhouse has become in recent seasons. One former teammate, now on another team, reportedly told a local reporter that it's not the same place it used to be. That's the kind of quiet confirmation that gives credibility to Kershaw's words. Across the league, people are wondering whether success has finally caught up to the Dodgers. The expectations, the pressure, the media glare. They've been at the top for so long that maybe it was inevitable for cracks to form. But Kershaw's revelation feels like a turning point. It's not about wins or losses anymore. It's about culture, respect, and values. If one of the most respected figures in baseball says that something's off, the whole sport listens. The Dodgers have always been a model franchise, but right now, that image looks fragile. And until someone inside the organization steps up to tell their side of the story, Kershaw's truth is the only one that matters. Some insiders are saying that Kershaw's departure could lead to bigger consequences, maybe even a shakeup in the coaching staff or front office. Apparently, there's already internal discussion about how to reset the culture heading into next season. That could mean bringing in new leadership voices, changing how decisions are made, or even rethinking the balance between analytics and instinct. The Dodgers don't want this story to define them, but the longer they stay silent, the more control they lose over it. There's also the emotional side to consider. Kershaw wasn't just a player, he was a symbol. For younger pitchers, he was a mentor. For fans, he was loyalty personified. His words carry weight, and they might spark a long overdue reckoning about what the Dodgers truly stand for. If they can rebuild trust and transparency, this could become a painful but necessary chapter in their evolution. But if they keep ignoring the problem, that same silence could turn into resentment. And resentment has a way of tearing even the strongest teams apart from inside. And now comes the waiting game. Baseball fans everywhere are holding their breath, wondering if this story is just getting started. Will Kershaw speak again? Will someone from the Dodgers finally respond? Or will this controversy fade quietly, buried under off-season trades and new headlines? It doesn't feel like it will fade easily. There's too much emotion, too much history, too much truth in what's already been said. Kershaw's honesty cut through the polished image the Dodgers have projected for years, exposing the human side of baseball, the side filled with pride, disappointment, and the pain of letting go. Maybe this is what it looks like when an era ends. Not with celebration, but with uncomfortable truths coming to light. No matter how the Dodgers handle it, this story has already changed them. It's forced everyone, fans, players, executives, to confront what success really costs. And as the dust settles, one question lingers. In chasing greatness, did the Dodgers forget what made them great in the first place? That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.